Happy Friday, everybody. I am super excited to see all of the awesome questions that we have this week in the Ask Laurel thread. There's just a couple of things that I want to go over because so many people, when they come into the program, they just get so lost in so much of the information. And one of the things that I want to highlight this week is that there's a new training sequence in the program. So in case you missed it, let's take a look at what that looks like, okay? I have reshot this welcome video to reflect the changes that we made. And I think you guys are gonna like the change, okay? We get a lot of people into this program who are complete newbies. They've never, ever opened up the Facebook Ads Manager. They don't know how to set it up. And so what I've done is I've actually linked Facebook's free advertising blueprint here, because I get a lot of questions. Well, Laurel, why don't you have, the beginner version of this program? And I always tell people, well, Facebook already created a beginner version of the program and it's absolutely free. So I'm linking it here. And I talk about that in the welcome video too, okay? Also, your first assignment, once you're going to come in, is going to be a brand new training. And I'm going to explain how this works. So the brand new training is called Your 3 Missions in this program. And the mission of the 3 missions is to give you clarity over which strategy you should be following into the program. So once you go through all of the videos in the home section, video number 3 sends you to the 3 missions training, okay? Now, what I've done is I've divided it into 3 missions. Now, this doesn't matter whether you have an e-com business, whether you have a brick and mortar business, whether you are a high ticket coach. As you can see here, I have actually given you guys a swipe file of some of my clients' strategy documents. So here's one of the brick and mortar strategy documents. Here is a coach who is using the video funnel, lead generation for a high ticket offer, low ticket offer, okay? So if you watch this 3 missions video, it's actually gonna walk you through the 3 missions, which are power content, offer ads, and retargeting. But here's the thing. When it comes to the offer ad section, you're only going to choose one. That's where a lot of people think that all of these ad strategies are for them, but no, you only pick one of the offer ads, right? Because that's going to drive people to your specific offer. And so some people have e-com, some people have a digital product, some people have a high ticket coaching program. Some of you guys have brick and mortar businesses. Now, the power content and the retargeting, that's something everyone's going to do, but it differs in the offer ads. So you want to make sure that you watch this training in the Get Ready protocol on the 3 missions, okay? Now, if you still need help, no problem, okay? Confused on how to set up your document, all you have to do is post this template inside the Ask Laurel section. So here's the thing, when a lot of people are posting questions in the Facebook group itself, like in the discussion, we see so many people posting about them being lost, okay? Now, here's the thing. We know whether or not you've gone through the onboarding because of these prompts to do when you get lost, okay? So we wanna make sure that you guys are doing the work on your end so that we can properly help you. If you don't even attempt to go through the program and you're just relying on the Facebook group people to, help you and handhold you, then you're in the wrong place, because we're all here to help ourselves. My team is here to help you. And we can't do that if my team is caught up answering questions that are clearly laid out in the program, okay? So I just wanted to point that out. Also, in case you guys missed it, I did a training for those of you guys who want to book more discovery calls on my YouTube channel. I did an in-depth training on a look at my call accelerator funnel that books 40 to 70 high quality discovery calls a month. And you can see one of my students, he's like, this just blew my mind. I appreciate you always giving the gems, no fluff. So that's awesome. I love getting great feedback. So if your business depends on getting discovery calls, you definitely want to go to the YouTube channel. And again, here, youtube.com/Laurel Show. I highly recommend that you actually subscribe and hit the bell notifications. Because what I've been doing on my YouTube channel is I've actually been doing some really in-depth training that goes beyond what's inside the $7 program. Some of you guys have been asking some really in-depth questions. And so I've just decided, you know what, I'm just going to start going way more in-depth on the training on my YouTube channel. Another video I recommend that you watch is this training I did right here with Joel Irway. It's called Your Offer Will Be 20 Times Better After Watching This Jam with Joel Irway. Super valuable training here. Of course, an ad's going to pop up, but just sit through the ad. But other than that, we do have an upcoming troubleshooting call. So every single week, I want you guys to start getting used to going to the featured section, okay? The featured section has everything that you need to know, including this week's Ask Laurel thread. It also has the replay from the last one. It also has any upcoming trainings, like this one's a Zoom training coming up on Monday, where we'll be troubleshooting our ads together, okay? And then, of course, I'm posting the replays of some of the past trainings, like the Power Content Workshop. If you haven't watched the Power Content Workshop, I actually already have that put into the program with all of the strategy docs here as well from that. So just wanted to make sure that you guys are not missing anything important. I'm not really an email person. I stopped doing email about a year and a half ago. So as you can see, when you're joining the program, I actually tell you in email number 7, this is going to be the last email that you get from me. And if you want updates from me that go beyond the $7 program, like if you want to see what's going on in my agency, if you want to see what's going on in my program, I share a lot on my Telegram channel. It's absolutely free. It's an added bonus for members of the $7 program. So the people who are in this channel are in the program. And so a lot of times, students will ask me, more specific questions to go onto a deep dive, and I'll get on audio and I'll explain things. So it's just another way to, get a little extra bonus from me. I also share, things from my daily life and, things that go wrong in my business, right? Because not everything is all hunky dory all the time. And so if you want a little, behind the scenes of, the daily life inside, running an agency, running, a program, helping students, some of the I even talk about some of the things that, we fix with our students in the Telegram channel. So lots of cool stuff. Okay. So a couple of announcements. A lot of people have been asking, do we have a library of power content examples from students? And now I could say we actually do. And so if you go into the power content ads section and you scroll all the way down, I started a Google Sheet, okay, right here. If you click on here, you're going to see that some people have already started submitting some power content that is working for their business. And so I've been cataloging it here. It's just starting. So if you have any power content that's working, just do hashtag power content, share in the Facebook group. And myself or one of my team members is going to grab your power content link and put your niche here and the link here, and then everyone can get more examples of what power content looks like for other niches, not just mine, right? Because I always give you guys my examples, but sometimes it helps to see other examples. So if you just power content, hashtag power content share in the Facebook group, me or one of my team members will grab it and share it. So I'm just going to thank anyone in advance for anyone who's going to submit for that. I already went over for newbies, just wanted to make note of that we did add the Facebook blueprint link here for those of you guys who are total newbies. And I do have a Lean on Laurel spot opening up the second week of April. So if you would like to work with me on a more personalized basis, and as a bonus, have me actually place your ads for you, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the How to Get Laurel's Help, get personalized help from Laurel. And then you're going to click way number 2, join my Lean on Laurel Mastermind, and it's going to take you to all of the information about that. If you just want to book a power hour with me, that's fine too. There are actually 2 ways that you could work with me one-on-one. So just wanted to get into that. Now, we're going to go into the Ask Laurel thread. We've got a lot of cool questions this week. I'm super excited. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to go into the featured section. Now, remember, if you want me to personally answer a question, you have to put it in the Ask Laurel. Don't just tag me. I will not see it, guys. I get tagged in 300 to 400 posts a day. There's no way that I would be able to keep up with that. And you guys are important to me. And so that's why we created the Ask Laurel thread, so that your questions don't get lost. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to kick things off with Miss Phyllis, who is doing my 90-day video marketing program, which, by the way, you can see right here on the side of the training platform that there is a little extra part of the program called the 90-day video marketing system for only $90. That is what Phyllis is referring to right here. So let's get right into it. She says, I'm in your 90-day video marketing program and we are on Facebook groups. My group is free, but I'm transitioning it to a paid through the instruction from the 90-day program. Just so we're clear, I don't tell people to do this. This is a decision that you guys can make if it's a good fit for you guys. I just don't want anyone to think that because this makes it look like I'm telling people that they have to have a paid group. That is not the case. My question is, when I'm referring to this group from our personal page, should I call it the 997 program instead of my Facebook group? So here's my thing, Phyllis, and I don't want to give you the wrong advice. I would need to know, what is the goal that you're trying to accomplish with this? Because I'm really, really careful when people see something that I do and they want to do, because I know that you're trying to get people into a program. And so I want to know how this fits in. How does the Facebook group fit in? Where does it fit into the funnel, right? And I would never call it the 997 program. I don't call it my $7, I refer to my $7 program, but it's actually called Easy Ad Strategies for Coaches, Course Creators, and Agency Owners. You can see the name right here. It has grown and scaled past, course creators and agency owners, which is awesome. But I recommend that you give it a name of what it is, right? Like mine is Easy Ad Strategies for Coaches, Course Creators, and Agency Owners. That's going to attract your ideal client. But my one question though for you is, what is the strategy that you're trying to accomplish with your Facebook group? Because I'm a little antsy about answering this, because I see that I don't have the context as to how you want to use this group. Okay. So I would want to know that. So I can't properly answer this question because I don't have the context in how you want to. So this would be more of probably come to the next Zoom coaching call so that you and I can jam on this, because I want to know the context. I don't want to. And here's the thing, and this is really good for everyone listening right now, is I do not want to be a charlatan and just tell you, this is what you should do. Because a lot of times when people ask me a question, it's not the right question. For example, right? I don't know in the context that Phyllis is asking this. And if I just tell her, well, go do this, but maybe she doesn't right now, working in her Facebook group might not be the best thing for what she's trying to do. And I don't have the information for that. So I know it's not the answer that you guys want to hear sometimes, but I think Phyllis is going to thank me when her and I have an in-person conversation on maybe the next Zoom coaching call. That's going to make a little bit more sense, because she might not have to do as much work as she thinks she does. And so that's why I say, well, it depends, and I don't have the right context to be able to answer this properly. My name is Kaylee. I think that would be, how do you say your name? Please let me know if I did not say that correctly. I'm a VA for a blogger, and she's paying for me to take this course. Awesome. I'm currently following the Power Content Ads section of the program, finished all the videos under that tab. My one clear question is, what should my power content look like for my client who does not currently go live or get in front of the camera at all? Okay, cool. This is great. I'm glad that you're asking me this, because here's the thing. if people aren't comfortable going live, don't make them go live. Like if any of you guys are uncomfortable going live, don't do it. So here's the thing, power content can also be in the form of podcast episodes. As a matter of fact, yesterday, I did a training with Angie Jordan, who runs a program helping people with podcasts, and I taught them how to use their podcast episodes as power content. Now, for a blogger, she could use her blog, because if you go into the Facebook Ads Manager, when you're creating audiences based off of websites, you could actually base it off of the people who stay 25% longer on that blog article. So you can kind of do the same thing that we do with the power content. You could actually use her blog post as power content. It's really cool. Like sometimes I'll use, I call them value bomb landers. I run those as top of funnel ads to get people into my content that get people into the $7 program. So that's what I would do. Honestly, I would pick 3 of her best blog articles and send traffic to it. Use a traffic campaign. That's what I would do here. That's what I do for one of my agency clients who does a lot of blogs. She's an infertility coach, and so we just send traffic straight to her blogs. I mean, she does videos as well, but I'm not a fan of forcing people to do things that doesn't align with what they're doing. So if doing videos doesn't align, let's find a solution that's going to do the same thing. Okay. So there you go. That's what I would do. That's how I would run her power content. Giselle asked, I'm currently following the slow funnel in the offer ad section of the program. My one clear question is, I have a new membership program that's $79 a month that I am trying to launch. Should I treat it like a low ticket offer and run ads directly to it? Or should I do lead generation and pitch it via email? Or should I create another low ticket offer, run the slow to that, and make my membership to an upsell? Okay. So right here, I answered the question about my reasoning behind how you should decide to do a low ticket offer. So if you guys are interested, should you be building a list? Because a lot of times people are like, well, should I do a lead generation, right? Pitch it via email, or should I run ads directly to that? This video right here will answer that question on whether or not you should build a list before a low ticket offer right here. But then she had a follow-up question. Is $79 a month too high of a price to run Facebook ads to and get good results? I don't have time to do tons of conversations in Messenger. I need something at least partially automated to work. Okay. So if you have the ad budget and you don't have the time, I do not think $79 a month is too high of a price to go directly. Like low, I consider anything low ticket $97 and below. Even though this is monthly, it's still only getting people to part with that first $79, right? Which is pretty low ticket. Sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee there. But here's what I would do. Okay, here's what I would do. I would likely, like if you were my client, I would probably have you actually do a VSL. I don't know if you've ever seen Jim Edwards VSL template. Super powerful. I'll actually link you to this. As soon as I'm done with the live, I'll actually respond to this. I would run traffic to this VSL. So you would make a short funnel, right? Landing page to this VSL, and then this VSL will push to that $79 a month. That's the way that I would, that's what I would do. And I would run ads to the VSL as an opt-in. That way you're, gathering leads and you're going to nurture them to that $79. That's what I would do for a $79 a month membership. Frida says, I'm currently following the $5 ad strategy in your program and have been testing 6 different power contents. I get cheap through plays on most content, but my 100% video views lands $2 or more. I also do not get comments on the content to send cheat sheets. Wondering if 5 minutes is still too long and should I focus on, if you look at the power content ads right here, there is a section that's called optimizing and troubleshooting. That will go in more depth of how you should fix what's going wrong with that. Okay. Because it's not necessarily if it's too long. If you are getting really good through plays and you're not getting any comments, then there's probably something up with the content. So I would go through the troubleshooting right here. Your power content video ad should be hitting these 2 benchmarks. And then I actually give some solutions here. And then if you're still having issues, come back and ask the question in regards to the KPIs, because I can't properly answer this unless I knew exactly which of these KPIs is wrong with the video. Because I hate to say that the video is too long, because 5 minutes isn't too long. I would do, because if people aren't asking for the cheat sheet, that has nothing to do with how long the content is. Okay. So that's my best advice, is go and watch this if you haven't. Your power content video ad should be hitting these 2 benchmarks, and then come back and let me know what, just comment underneath this video after you've watched this, and just kind of give me a little update, and then I can give you some better advice. Belinda said, oh, thank you, Belinda. Belinda's being helpful. Here's where you can ask questions. Giselle says, hey, Laurel, quick question. What's the difference between making the ads directly on Instagram versus doing them in Ads Manager here on Facebook? Because if I only want ads to be seen on Instagram, does it make sense to set them up directly from the platform instead of using, I like using the platform anytime. I don't like it. I'll tell you guys this, it's one of my pet peeves whenever you guys show screenshots from your mobile and you're trying to like figure out what's wrong with your ads. Like, just use the Ads Manager. It gives you way more options than mobile. Mobile is very, very limited to what you can do. Also, like if you're using Instagram versus use the Business Manager, it'll give you better results, I promise. And it'll give you more data and more options too. Even if you're just running ads on Instagram, the Business Manager is still the best place to do that. That was a good question though, Giselle. Hey, Laurel, I'm currently following the power content modules and creating the audiences for the ping pong method. My confusion is that I've been told by a Facebook person on one of our support calls that when you create a custom audience based off of video views, the door essentially closes on the date that the audience is created. So the ads will only go out to people that have viewed your videos up until that point, not for future people. That is not correct. Like, as far as I know, unless they just recently changed this, and I'm not seeing that to be the case, because I've created my video audiences. And see, this is just a really good example that sometimes Facebook gives really bad advice. Like, remember, most of the people who are doing Facebook support are just reading a script. Facebook video views are dynamic. You don't have to keep redoing these audiences. So Facebook video audiences are dynamic. As far as I know, I have not seen that change. My custom audiences, my video view audiences are still growing. That's one of the best ways to see it, is you'll be able to see it in your Ads Manager. Like, it'll keep populating. Kim says, hey, Laurel, I'm going through the lead gen training, and my one clear question is, say I notice not so good leads come in, or the buy ratio goes down compared to the lead gen I ran before. Do I quickly turn it off, as Facebook will continue looking for similar people? Not necessarily. I would want to know more about those people. Unfortunately, choosing purchase as objective did not give me any results, meaning they were even worse. This is really hard. I don't have enough context for this. If you're not getting good quality leads, I would try using a better lead magnet, because here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Whenever we use lead magnets, we're going for volume. Okay. And that's one of the things, Kim, that I explain in this video. Should you be building a list? Maybe. Because here's the thing. Leads, when we run a lead generation campaign, these people are not coming in with a buying mindset. And so we have to keep that in mind. So I would want to know a little bit. This would probably be good for the next coaching call for you and me to jam on, because I would like to actually ask a couple of questions and see if I can help you come up with a solution. I just don't have enough context here to be able to advise you how to move forward, because turning it off, like, that's not the solution. If you're getting, like, we would have to take a look at your lead magnet. Like, is your lead magnet the problem, right? Ryan says, I'm currently in the $7 program. My one clear question is, I'm a local mortgage broker. Hang on, I'm gonna drink some sip of coffee. And targeting 15-mile radius around my location. The audience size wide open is 25,000 to 400,000. Should I leave it or open, or try an interest? Or should I just focus on YouTube, since my service is not evergreen, but a life event? My main offer is to get conversation started as a loan estimate comparison to a mortgage strategy call. I would leave it wide open. I would leave this wide open, and I would use different messaging to attract the different types of people versus trying to target them. Most of the time, it's just like, and especially like with an area that's 250,000 to 400,000, I would leave it open, honestly. Like for any type of local ads, I, for the most part, leave things open. I mean, you could target, you know, like mortgage and, you know, real estate and stuff type, like kind of interest, but honestly, I would probably leave this open to get a better cost per CPM. And then I would probably use messaging to pull those people out. I think you should use both Facebook and YouTube, honestly. I would run the same video ads in both, like to the same landing page. That's probably what I would do. That's exactly what I do. I would run local ads on both YouTube and Facebook. It's a good question, Ryan. I love running local ads, honestly. It's so much easier. Lori says, I'm currently following the low ticket section. My one question is, how do we determine what to talk about in the power content nuggets? Well, that's something you need to know, right? My offer is a course for new real estate agents that are struggling that teaches them how to gain momentum in their business and start getting clients. Yeah, like you guys, that's part of your research. Like if your audience is real estate agents, you need to have conversations with people to see what type of issues they're having. That's not something I can do for you. Like that's something like all of us here are responsible for our own audiences. Now, one of the things, Lori, that I would tell you to watch is if you go to the power content ad section and you go to the power content workshop document, I actually have a YouTube video that is this power content workshop, how to create great content to attract buyers. Like I said, this is in the power content workshop document that is here. Power content workshop document, and then just scroll through and go to this. There's a really cool exercise that my mentor taught me when it comes to creating great content for your ideal. It's called a belief builder exercise, and it will help you drill down what type of power content that you should actually be doing for your audience. So let me know how that exercise goes, Lori, and then we can rediscuss this. Again, if any of you guys like are having issues with this stuff, come to the next Zoom coaching call. We could jam. But good question, Lori. Very good question. Michelle says, I'm stuck on the value bombs for power content in the 90-day video marketing course. Awesome. My offer is chatbot services for online coaches and course creators. I watched the power content and engagement multipliers video, and I want to clarify something. For the 75 pieces of content I've created, should I have 3 value bombs, 1 per false belief, or 15? I would create 3. Because a lot of times I'm using the same value bombs for multiple videos. This is a really, really good question. So yeah, so just create 2 or 3, you'll be fine. I use the same value bombs over and over again. That's a great question though. Definitely don't create 15. Patrick says, hey, Laurel, I'm currently in the $7 program in the power content section. I love that so many of you guys are working through the power content. I'm really, really impressed that you guys are doing this. This is awesome. My question is, I've seen the different tasks to do on social media, like adding friends, replying in groups, but is it helpful to wish a happy birthday to boost reach on social media? I don't know. I guess you could try it. I don't see why not. Like, especially like it starts a conversation and it puts goodwill and it, you know, reminds people that you're there. I definitely couldn't help. I would say test it for 90 days and see, are you getting, you know, having better quality conversations thanks to the birthday thing. This is going to sound really bad, but I actually I use like when people, it says that, you know, such and such people have birthdays today. That's actually how I clean my friends list. If it's people that have never like talked to me or that see familiar, that's how I clean my list, is using the birthday. It sounds so bad. Stan says, hey, Laurel, I'm currently following the power content training. Yeah, I love all these power content stuff and want to place my first $5 ad to an audience. My one clear question is how to keep targeting simple for my first ad. Yeah, definitely. So my offer is to create group fitness studio owners, and I've tried entering some of the well-known names that would be my competitor, but none of these interests come up. Should I go broad as saying fitness professional or personal trainer development? I would actually, like, if they're still allowing, here's what I would do. I would divide these, okay? So I'll make this super easy. If I were doing this and you already put like these in, what I would do is I would literally probably divide these. I would probably do this. Okay, so this would be my layer 1. This would be my layer 2, and then narrow down to entrepreneur Facebook page in this. So this would be one audience, but you're narrowing it. Okay, so layer 1, layer 2, and then layer 3. So this would be all one ad set, but you're narrowing. So you would put these in, and then there would be like a little button right here that says narrow further. And then I would put these in, and then a little button would say narrow further. And then I would put these in. That's how I do fitness professionals, honestly. Let's see. Scott says, I'm currently launching power content. Give me 10 minutes ad. Awesome. That's one of my favorite ones. And not turning it off this time. Good. Don't turn things off. And my one clear question is, how do I make the Facebook video autoplay? I think this might be a personal preference, because Facebook videos autoplay for me, but for some people it doesn't. And it's because I have autoplay in my settings for Facebook. So that might just be a setting. It starts with the engine on the truck running and a banner. Thanks to you for that great idea that says, give me 10 minutes, autoplay will be a scroll stopper. I love that. I love this. I think though the autoplay is a setting. I don't think it's anything that you would push on your end, Scott. I'm super happy that you're running this video again. It was just so freaking, like, I would hope that you run that video on YouTube too. If you're not running the 10-minute video that goes to that VSL that you're doing, like, I think you should run it on YouTube as well. Facebook and YouTube for sure. Let's see, and we're rounding things off with Ali. Let's see, our e-com focus would be selling health supplements for 55 plus male and female 50%. From 55 and female are 50, age 50 maybe? I don't know, I'm not, it's a little confusing. We have supplements for blood sugar, blood pressure, gut. What type of email capturing strategy is more likely to bring in quality potential buyer email leads? I wouldn't even I wouldn't run emails. I'd probably run like conversion campaigns. As a supplement company, I wouldn't run ads to an Amazon gift card giveaway. No, I wouldn't do that. And giving away a PDF too brings in, yep, they just want to opt in. I would literally just, I mean, how much are the supplements? If the supplements are low ticket, just run low ticket ads to the, I wouldn't even do lead gen. I would do a 2-step, like they call it a 2-step order form, where they put their name and email, and then the next page is the payment option, so that you can capture like abandoned cart and stuff like that. But I would need to know more context behind this, like how much are the supplements. But you don't really have to educate much people. That's why I don't think a lead magnet. I think like if you write copy that is going to attract the people who need this, I don't think you would need a lead magnet. That's just me. But like I said, I don't really have enough context, but I would just run the ad straight to the offer. Honestly, that's what I would do. Like I said, I don't have enough context, Ali, but as of like just seeing this right here, that's what I would do. That's honestly what I do. One of the things you could do, because I want to give you a couple of different options, maybe do a quiz funnel, right? Like to make them determine whether or not like which supplement is right for them. I would probably do, instead of a lead magnet, I would do a quiz, like what supplement is right for you, age, attention women, age 50 and up, take this quiz to figure out which supplements you should be taking, blah, 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 blah. That's what I would do. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of this. Hopefully you guys like this new, in case you missed it, version. Make sure to just keep everyone up to date, because so many people it's like, you know what, if you watch the one video on Friday, or you could listen to this, put it on YouTube and just listen for the first, 10 minutes or so of going through the in case you missed it and the announcements and all of that fun stuff. I like this format. It gives me a chance to talk about new things in the program and all of that fun stuff. But anyway, let me know if you guys like it, love it, hate it. Anyway, you guys have an amazing weekend. I will see a lot of you guys on Monday for our troubleshooting ads training. Like I said, take advantage of these trainings. Calls have been really, really small, and I've been able to help everyone that shows up. I don't know how long we'll be able to help everyone who shows up if, you know, more people start coming, but take advantage while you can, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday.